Snoop Dogg, how you feel about him being the new owner of Death Row?
How do I feel about Snoop being the new owner of Death Row? Man, it's cool. I'm kind of glad Snoop has it to see it back in the hands of one of the original artists, one of the original people that was on the label is pretty cool. I mean, I don't see it being no different than Hasbro having it, but it's back in Snoop hands. I look forward to seeing what he do with it.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think it's a good look for Death Row to be in the hands of Snoop. But I posted a clip on IG a few days ago of an interview he did on Drink Champs. And he was speaking on being the new owner of Death Row. And he went into detail about how he was able to get Death Row. And he started naming the artists that he was going to help that was on Death Row get the money they deserve. And you left a comment in the comment section. And you said that you didn't expect any help from Snoop because you felt like he never accepted you as a Death Row artist. So if you don't mind, man, go more into detail about that.
Man, that's exactly my feelings. I don't expect Snoop to help me. Just because Snoop Dogg have Death Row, you know what I mean? It doesn't, it's nothing different. Snoop has been Snoop Dogg since the beginning of Death Row, even through the demise of Death Row. And Snoop really kind of never reached out to me, and they really never accepted me as one of the Death Row artists. So, I guess I'm more of the Row artist than anything. But I didn't hold my breath when he was saying the people that he was going to take care of. I've even heard him say some names that I didn't even know was on Death Row, to be honest. I knew that they were affiliated, but, he started naming, just pulling shit out the air to make sure that he didn't say my name. But it is what it is.
So do you think that's intentional, him not bringing your name up in the interview?
Nah, I don't think it's intentional. I'm not a part of their clique. You know what I mean? I don't think Danny Boy is something that ring when Snoop Dogg thinks of singers or he think of, Death Row artists. I wasn't a part of their clique or a part of what they had going on. So I don't, I'm not offended by it at all.
So you don't think Snoop Dogg gonna help you at all? You really believe that? You don't think he gonna give you no kind of help at all?
Nah, he ain't gonna do shit for Danny Boy. Hopefully you invite me out. I mean, the only thing I guess is, because I seen some comments on there about, Snoop Dogg don't owe you anything and da 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 da. It's really not. I want to make that clear. I've never said Snoop Dogg owe me, anything. But as far as Death Row is concerned, my music that I've written, music that I have featured on, is on the Death Row label. And a lot of that music was taken off of streaming services. And, I don't get shit, never got shit from Death Row. So I depend on my royalties. I depend on my streaming money and things like that. So a lot of those things were taken down. And, a lot of people were like, oh, be patient because it's the metaverse, Snoop doing whatever the hell he's doing. But it affected me directly. So, I have some concerns of what he's gonna do with the music that I was on, and when he gonna put it back online so that, it doesn't bother me financially. So if he wanna help me, maybe he can send me something in the midst of him making, arrangements. Maybe he can throw a nigga a bone or something, but other than that, I don't expect nothing from him. Hopefully they'll call me back if they do a Death Row tribute tour or something like that. We'll see.
That's wild, man. I had no idea, man. So some of the songs that you was on was taken off of iTunes and other streaming services as well because of what Snoop is doing with the NFT.
Yes. All of my songs, all of the stuff that I was featured on, even the singles and the album that Death Row put out some years ago, It's About Time, and, songs that I was affiliated that had something to do with Death Row Records. It was taken off of all of the music streams.
So I want to backtrack to a comment you said earlier. You said people was leaving comments saying that Snoop Dogg don't owe you anything. How do you feel about the people that say you should be taking out your anger on the Tupac estate and not Snoop? How you feel about the people that say that, yo?
Fuck them. Fuck what they think. Like, I'm not the one to be worried about, and I'll tell people in the comments depending on how I feel that day. Like, fuck you in your comments. Like I told one dude, you know what I mean? That's like something going on at your job and your paycheck stopped. You know what I mean? And you have a problem with your manager, and then somebody just come up out of nowhere and say, why are you talking about your job like that? Fuck you. I put in work for this. So when I said I comment on it to share my stories and sometimes I hear the opinions, and I'm very open, you know what I mean? Because, I don't want to be the person to come off like I'm so immature that I'm not willing to see, what this turned to. But when somebody come up telling me something that affect my finances direct, and they not putting shit in my cash app or selling me no money, fuck them, fuck you. I'm not looking forward to a goddamn thing you talking about. And I feel just what the fuck I said when I said in my comment. Stop reporting me so they can stop blocking me. Oh, my bad. It's too early, right? Hold on. Go ahead. Yeah, fuck them.
Nah, man, talk your shit, man. I understand, yo. But I want to backtrack to something you said, yo. You said you always felt like Snoop and them didn't accept you. So I want to go back to the 90s, right? When Death Row was on top. Do you have any incidents where Snoop and them wasn't rocking with you like that? Where you felt like Snoop Dogg and Dogg Pound wasn't messing with you? Any stories, yo, that you can share?
Now I really like going back in the day. I really couldn't tell, you know what I mean? Because again, it was Suge side, the Bloods, and Snoop and them, the Crips, and you know, it was broken up like that. And when we came together to make records and to do Death Row things, we partied as a family. But I've never had a direct, you know, relationship with those guys. I've worked with Daz, did some incredible music, but never really had a direct, you know, connection to those guys. I just think that they're, you know, they stuck on the people that they like. They were always talking about Nate Dogg was the best singer in the world. And, you know, salute to Nate Dogg. I don't take anything away from what Nate is the king of hooks, and I've never compared myself to him. I was younger than him, and we do two different type of singing. Now, nobody can compare. Nate is the #1 king when it comes to hooks. You know, other than that, I just didn't understand. You know what I mean? I tried to, when I seen Snoop Dogg work on his last album, I tried to say, well, damn, maybe I'll get an opportunity to do something on his gospel album, because I've seen Snoop, you know, when I've performed in LA, and, you know, he seen me, he said, man, keep doing what you're doing. I'm watching you. So I do know that he sees some of the stuff that I do and some of the stuff that I say. But, you know, and he's seen me sing, like, even up to this day. So I'm not quite sure why, you know, I wasn't involved even with records, but I've never done a record with Snoop. You know what I mean? I've seen people say, man, do a song with Danny Boy. That's just something that, I don't know why that never came to pass. But, you know, at first I thought it was because of my sexuality. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to say it. Yeah, I'm going to go to that. At first I thought it was that because that's the first thing I have to go to, because that's the first thing people bring up. And then he ain't got nothing but sissies on his album. So, I mean, I wasn't supposed to say that, but he has nothing but, you know, you got like real gay people on the album. So it's just a thing that maybe I'm not the type of singer that he likes, or I don't know.
You said he got gay people on his gospel album? Like who, yo?
Yeah, I mean, you know, here you go. You got me saying names, but I mean, you know, I'm gonna reframe it because I'm cool. I think, you know, I think James Chanel is on the album. The homie James is on the album. Tone, I forgot what his new name is, but Tone on the album, and he like wearing a weave in the damn video, and he recording songs on that record. So maybe I'm just not the type of gay person he like. I don't know.
Right, so you feel like it was always tension between you and Nate Dogg. Not from you and Nate Dogg directly, but the people that was around y'all trying to make it a competition low-key between both of y'all. So you felt the tension then, that people was trying to, you know, put you and Nate Dogg against each other.
Yeah, I think it was more of a low-key competition, a friendly thing. I couldn't say, like, it was something, it didn't even feel negative. Like, I knew my spot. I knew my place. You know what I mean? I knew that, I know who Nate Dogg was and who he is, even now, you know, in his resting. You know what I mean? So I never really compared myself or tried to take over. I just tried to do exactly what it is that I do when I went to Death Row. And I'm kind of surprised, like, Snoop ain't never wanted to work with me because, you know, I don't know nobody else that he worked with that could sing better than me. Sorry I said it, but sometimes you got to be the person to say it if a person won't. But I bet you he won't put his dollar where his, put the dollar on the table against anybody else that he picked. It got to be something personal, because nobody that he's picked can out-sing me.
Okay. And I heard another story, man. I don't know if this is true, but I've seen it in a comment section where somebody said something about how somebody from that side, Snoop team, was trying to mess up your video shoot for your first single or something like that. Is that true?
Yeah, so I did my first single in the Slip and Slide. We did the video in Cabo, St. Lucas, and there was some kind of altercation there. But it's, I mean, we they told Mexico up. You can't really tell who did that, if that was Snoop side or Suge side. It was tore up, and it was a little chaos, throughout. It wasn't a friendly atmosphere in the beginning, but you know what I mean. I guess they had their certain feeling because Suge was spending so much money on an artist that he believed in. You know what I mean? And they never really tapped into it. So when they seen me pulling up like they pull up, I think that it was a feeling of, the fuck he getting all this for? And, the video shoot that we did in Cabo, was almost a $700,000-$800,000 video. So I'm sure that they probably had some type of feeling, over it. And not later through the years is what I've learned, that some of them had a certain feeling of me being this, spoiled gay nigga, whatever the hell I've heard in different comments, but it's really never been concretely, put down anywhere. Like I said, I've heard a couple comments of them in interviews and not liking me and different things like that. But I did great songs with I Ain't Mad At You is a great song. And I'm grateful for being a part of I Ain't Mad At You. And that song was produced by Daz.